Hi, this is Mike Essen, South Florida's conservative voice. As Pink Floyd said in The Wall, and I've repeated this many times, hey, teach us, leave us kids alone. But it's college students they're targeting too. And who better to talk about combating woke leftist organizations in college campuses than my guest? It's a pleasure to have Conor Coutts. He is the promotions manager for College 6. Conor, welcome to the Mike Essen Show.
Thank you. It's great to be here on a blessed Good Friday to you and your audience.
Likewise. Please tell us about your organization, College 6, please.
Yeah, so we at the College Fix, we're a national news website, totally online. And what we focus on is higher education news throughout the country covering college campus. We do a lot of stories on cancel culture, what's being taught, a lot of coverage on CRT, professors, different cases of censorship. One of our main goals, though, is to train student journalists. We're from a center-right perspective, so a lot of conservative / libertarian reporters on college campuses that we have, over 60 of them that write for us, but trying to mentor them. And we have over 100, hundreds of alumni, both who are former reporters or fellows, a lot of whom are in the media. So to train and get writers jobs in journalism, presenting a really strong alternative to the mainstream media. And we're proud to do it, and we do it every day.
If you want to talk to Conor, the number is 619-924-9749. Conor, one thing you focus a lot on is fake hate crimes. Let me just start out by saying the hate crime laws are ridiculous, but if you're going to have them, only charge them when they're true. Please tell us examples of made-up hate crimes, the purpose of them, and what you did about them.
Well, yeah, so it's important to note it's not just Jesse Smollett, They are pretty prolific on college campuses, hate crime hoaxes, and some are have been exposed expressly as hoaxes, and others have just been suspicious. And it's really important to dive after these informations, reading the police reports and always questioning. And that's what we do. So unfortunately, in this day and age, oftentimes when we hear about a hate crime or a racial hate crime is often the case, we have to ask about it, ask the police, ask questions about the investigation, because oftentimes there's a lot of shady details. There's an example of a student last year who at Wayne State University who egged her own door, tried to claim it was a hate crime, but actually threw eggs at her own doors. And there was a student in Maryland, this was also last year. She wouldn't talk to police about an incident concerning her hijab, and it lacked video evidence. So, the question becomes, well, if you allege something that happened, a hate crime, there's no video evidence. Why wouldn't you talk to police about it if you wanted it to be solved? So that's what I mean about, maybe the student doesn't expressly acknowledge that they faked it. But when we follow up, there's gaps. There's gaps in police cooperation, and police will sometimes close investigations without a suspect, and they really won't elaborate too much on why they did that. And there was another one, an alleged LGBT hate crime attack that happened in one of the busiest parts of a campus, and there was no evidence at the University of Maine. It happened, and it said that a student had grabbed her and called her this slur. She alleged it happened right in the middle of campus, and there's no evidence. So a lot of troubling and strange cases. And there was one this year about a student that alleged the KKK recruited on campus, though there was no evidence of that. A troubling thing is when, administrators oftentimes, no matter what you have, some kind of controversy, you always have to look, what do the campus bureaucrats? How do they respond? Sometimes they're really zealous and, oh, we're going to fight this, and we take this seriously. And it's important to take, of course, allegations seriously, but they won't always, admit or condemn or things like that when things are exposed. So that's a little troubling. It's also important to notice, Mike, is that this is not fair, the many hoaxes that occur when actual hate crimes occur, when genuine racism occurs. It kind of degrades that, and it's an insult to true examples of racism. And we see it in express cases like this with hate crimes, but we see it with people being labeled racist all the time.